Hello, member, and the guest of our member, the friends of our member, the classmates, the PF, the PFFs, the followers, the fans, all the lots. So what are we doing? We are still continuing with our cycle test preparation. We are also laying a foundation for our exam preparation. So what are we going to cover here? We are going to cover parallel lines, and in this first episode we start with what? We start with the simplest set. However, that's not the only thing that we're going to cover in this series. Let us see. In the simplest set, we are going to have how many activities? Is it going to be 4? No, it's not going to be 4. It's more than that. We are going to go through 6 activities under the theme of simplest set. So, what is their purpose? It is just to lay the foundation of what parallel lines are all about, what is the concept, the theory, the rules, and that will enable us to go and do which other forms of challenges. Let us see. The simplest set will help us to arm ourselves for the tricky trio. So, how many do we have in tricky trio? Is it more than this? No, it is just only this. So, these 3 will be on separate videos because I cover each one in one special videos where I go through the bits and pieces of how to resolve the challenge. Then, is this all we're gonna do? Do we end with tricky trios? Let us see. No, we do not end with our tricky trio. We also have a special inclusion, which we call what? It is the busy bee. Look at that picture. How many angles do you have to solve that one? Are you gonna depend only on one property? Or will you need to know all your properties to solve this one? We will see. And if you are a member, you are rest assured that you will find the link to this video. If you ain't a member, the contacts are there. Reach out so that we are all maths so easy sharp. We are all sharp like that with maths. We continue with pure maths beyond grade 8, beyond grade 9, and we become the future mathematicians, the future scientists, maths teachers, and everything. So, member, in these busy bees and tricky trios, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve skills to be able to do what? To handle complex procedures, multiple procedures, where we have what we can term as the difficult ones, the terrible ones. Alrighty, so remember, start with the first 6, see how they go, and then you can go back to the video and then you can mark yourself. Then you go to the tricky trios, then you go to the busy bee. Enjoy. Alrighty, members, we start our trip in the what? In the parallel lines. So we are going to deal with this simplest set. So we're going to start from the left, then go to the right, then bottom left, then right. Alrighty, and I hope that you have nailed it. So these ones are the simplest you can get. So let's go for it. So what do they say? They say calculate the value of the angles indicated by small letters. So this is the A, the B, and the what? The D, and then the X, and then we'll see in the other one what alphabets they are. So here you simply need to state that, let's go for the first one, A is equals to 150 degrees, isn't it? Yes, it is. So A and 150 are equal. The corners there, they look alike, but we say that they are equal because they are corresponding. And why are they corresponding? Because PQ is parallel what? RS. Okay. Remember to write that for your full mark. As I always say, whilst you are still developing your understanding or your comfort with the abbreviation of all these reasons, you can use full words until you start to be confident. That's all. All right. Then what about the next one? Same situation. P is equals to 100. 100 what? Degrees. Corresponding. And then in this instance, which lines are parallel? AB parallel what? DE. Did you nail it? I think you have. Then what about D? D is equals to 162 degrees. Corresponding again. Why are they corresponding? Because BD is parallel what? NS. Then you are done. Oh, what about that one? Looks funny, isn't it? Looks funny. But same situation. X is equals to what? X is equals to 134 degrees. Again, corresponding. Which lines are parallel? A, B is parallel to what? To CD. Is it cool? Yes, that's cool. Then you'll be done with these ones. All right. So it looks simple, but it does trick some learners. So what do you need to get from this one? Right, if I expand on this one, I can say, what are they doing? They are taking you to this. What are they taking you to? You remember our weight, isn't it? Our extra fun. Okay, so what did they do there? They gave you the relationship that we remember by the shape of an F. So where is that F? So if you look at this picture, the parallel line, what do we have there? We have this situation, and we have an A and a 150. So what have they done? They've taken this F. How is it positioned? It is positioned this way. It is a tipped and flipped. Yeah, I think it is tipped and flipped. Right, the bottom part is on top, and then this part, no, it's not flipped. It's just tipped. Okay. No, it's just flipped. So our A is there, and then our 150 is there. That's why it is corresponding. Then what about the next picture? In the next picture, what do we have? We have AB, and then we have DE. And what is this line? You see what they do. This line is no longer positioned this way. It's now positioned this way. So what have they done here? Yeah, here they have what? They have tipped and flipped. So this is our F now. Our F is the head is on the bottom and the legs on top, and then the left is on the right and the right is on the left. Yeah. So this one, we have our B and our 100, isn't it? Okay. So we have our B and our 100 there. So all you need to do, you just need to cancel all these other lines that mess up our F. Then what about the third one? In the third one, they change again. They go to, what is it? Yeah, they go to the top one that we did, which had an A and a 150. But what did they do now? The 162 is here, and then the D is here. All right. So in the other one, the A was here and the 150 was there. So they've just the same position of the parallel lines and the transversal. But now, what have they done? They've just changed the situation. Now look at what the F looks like. The F looks like this now. The F looks like this. There's 162 and D. All right. So this one goes there. This one goes there. Then this one goes there. Then what about the last one? Here, what did they do in this last one? They played us here, isn't it? They played us. Now, the parallel lines are no longer horizontal. They are what? Some people are saying vertical. Yeah. No, it's not vertical. It's diagonal. So the 134 is here and the X is there. So what has happened there? The F has been tilted. Yeah, it's tilted. You see me, I give you nice words. Creative writing. You are going to nail it, my member. You're going to level 7 maths, level 7 English. Then everything else follows. All right, this is the simplest set, and then we can look at the remaining one of this simplest set. All right, reflect on this, stretch a little bit, mark yourself, and then we proceed after that. Okay, member, let's do it now. You've stretched, your hands are fresh, your fingers are ready. So here, what are we having now? Here, we are being tested here. So what is our C? Our C is equals to what? Is equals to 90 degrees. That's all. Okay. That's all they wanted to see, that you recognize this symbol there, the symbol here at the corner, bottom, parallel line, bottom of NP. Then we still have the same situation. What is that? It is corresponding. Okay. Y, LM, parallel, NP. That's all they wanted. Okay. Then if it's 3 marks, maybe they will insert an identifier, a big alphabet there by C, to show that there's more than one angle. Right, so these ones are normally for your multiple choice or 2 marks. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, what do we have here? Right, this one is a tricky, simple one. Yeah, it's simple but tricky. So what are we gonna do? Can we start with X? Can we start with Y? Where is corresponding there? Okay, this one was a twist. Okay, so what do we need there? We need to say X plus 83 is equals to 180 degrees. Angles, straight line. All right. Then our X is equals to 180. If it's 3 marks, you show this. If it's 2 marks, you can do it in your head and you can say, they've already taken a 3 from 100. So I'm left with a 97. Then you are done. Don't waste time with your calculator. You see, remember, that's so easy. Show you tricks. Right, it's 180. If this was 80, you were going to write 100 there. But they've taken 3 from the 100. So it means you're left with 97. Me, make you sharp like that. Easy peasiness, sir. So we now have what? We now have our X, isn't it? Then do we see the F now? Yes, the F is Y. Y is equals to 97. Why is Y is equals to 97? Because that X and the Y are corresponding. Why is that? AB. is parallel DE. Done and dusted. Done and dusted. Whoa. Right, let's talk about these now. All right, so let me show you the same situation. Even here, what do we have? We have an F. Now we have a straight F. We have a proper F. What do we have there? We have a C there. Okay, we have a C, and then we have this there. You see? Nice F, this one. Then what about this one? This one, they start with what? They start with a straight line, because there by X, we have an X and a 83. So we don't have an F there. The F comes later. It comes later. The F comes later between what? Between the X and the Y. So the X is here, the Y is there, and what do we have? We have calculated that our X is 97, then it means we'll have a 97 there. All right. So what have they done to the F? Flipped and twisted. See. So remember, that's all we needed to develop. So the moral of the story is that your F will not be straightforward. Your F will not be straight. So you need to be able to see your F's in all different directions, isn't it? Okay. As you saw in this one, we had different F's. Look at it. Change direction. Change direction. All right. Then we had a nice F there. Then a tricky situation there. Then another F that is flipped and turned. Okay. Anything else that I want to address here, member? Right, I doubt. Now, let me tell you what other learners do. Other learners will say, Y is 97. So what they will do, now, if you say Y is 97, how have you proved that Y is 97? I mean, Y is 83. Sorry, many learners will say Y is 83. Because whenever they have a number, they just take that number and say equal. Now, where is the Y? The Y is there. So is that an F? No, that's not an F. Okay, I can say it's a double T, because if I take this, yeah, I'll have a T there. If I take this, I'll have a T there. So we don't have an extra TT. Yeah, we don't have something like that. So you can't simply say Y is 83. So a lot of learners get this one wrong in that situation, in that instance. All right, misconception is what we call it. Then even here I showed you this is not an F. Okay, so you can't simply say X is 83. So you need this multiple process before you get to corresponding. Let me see anything else. Remember, I think you are sharp like this. Now we are ready for those complex one, the terrible trio, tricky trio, and the PCB. We'll go and do them in separate videos. Okay, remember? I hope you nailed it, and I hope now you are getting comfortable with your straight line properties. Let's meet in the next video.